Did you have to watch an ad to watch a video about ads? That doesn't seem fair. Welcome to That's Good Sports. I'm Brandon. The Super Bowl was so bad, I actually made a list of my favorite Super Bowl commercials per now. Now, I'm one of those people who really loves the game of football. I refuse to watch the Super Bowl with anyone who says shit like, I'm just here to watch the commercials. But if there was ever a year for those fake fans to say the commercials were better than the game, this is probably it. So I present to you the best Super Bowl 53 commercials that I saw with my eyes, even though I wanted to stab them out by halftime. Let's get sports. If you're a new viewer to this channel, subscribe, and that is a threat. Is that how you get things in this world? Anyway, these will be presented in no particular order, but let's number them anyway. Number 10 was The Handmaid's Tale being advertised like a pro-woman's commercial.
It's morning again in America. Today, more women will go to work than ever before in our country's history. This year, dozens of children will be born to happy and healthy families. It's morning again.
It's morning again. It's morning again.
Wake up, America. Morning's over.
I thought for sure this was going to be a commercial for a women's hygiene product or something of that nature, which admittedly I know nothing about. Except with a really high budget, so they decided to get Elizabeth Moss from Mad Men. But instead of a commercial about how you can still go on bike rides and do yoga with the period, it turned into an ad for The Handmaid's Tale, which is the #1 favorite show of everyone's parents. Hulu was riding a huge wave after beating Netflix to the punch with the Fyre Festival documentary, but then Netflix reclaimed the throne because everyone needed to watch their Fyre documentary to figure out the context of those Andy King memes. Which, by the way, means you want something enough to suck someone's dick for it. Surprised Doritos didn't hire Andy King for one of their Super Bowl ads. Doritos, so good well, you know what you'll do for them. Coming in at number 9 was the Audi Cashew commercial.
Grandpa? Welcome home. Come on, I've got something for you. What are you waiting for?
You're one lucky man. I was worried about you for a minute.
This ad made my parents LOL. If you make my mom and dad happy, you make me happy, Audi. Now, this was a huge curveball too, because not only did I think it was a trailer for the next Terrence Malick movie, I thought after those taillights on the Audi flashed red, it was going to turn into a CBS reboot of Knight Rider, starring David Hasselhoff and Mr. Feeney from Boy Meets World. Nope, it's basically an ad for wanting to die. This man has the good fortune to choke halfway to death on a cashew and then has his life saved, which actually sucks because he clearly has a very lame office job which will never allow him to afford this car. And maybe, if that guy is lucky, he'll get run over by an electric Audi one day. Audi, if you have a regular job, just keep dreaming about owning one. It was a detergent coming in at number 8. Purcel Pro Cleaning, deep at number 8.
Want to know Purcell's deepest secret? It's in the deep clean level, where we face deep stains to prove Purcell goes even deeper for an exceptional deep clean.
And what's your deepest secret?
Keep it clean, Rhonda.
This is the 4th year in a row that Purcell has spent huge money on a Super Bowl commercial to try and take down Tide in the laundry detergent wars. And if you think that's a joke, think again. I lost 2 brothers in the laundry detergent wars. My uncle suffers from PTSD from the war on Christmas. We don't joke about wars in my family. It's no laughing matter, but clearly, Tide is the winner because while Purcell has to spend millions and millions of dollars for a 15-second ad in one of the least watched Super Bowls in recent memory, all Tide has to do is have a couple idiot kids try to eat some of their pods, and suddenly they have a viral grassroots campaign that costs them exactly $0. Personally, I don't have a preference, but that's just because I refuse to wash my clothes. Watch the last 3 episodes of this show, I'm wearing the same fucking shirt. A popular theme this year was the crossover promo. Number 7, Stella and the Big Lebowski.
Cosmopolitan?
Nope. Tonight I'll have a Stella Artois.
You're Stella, please.
Thank you. Thanks. Oh.
Wild night, huh?
White Russian?
No, Gary, give me a Stella Artois.
Excuse me.
Good choice.
Well, changing can do a little good. Dude abides.
Crossovers usually suck, like Batman vs. Superman. But sometimes they work, like when Ray Romano was on King of Queens. And this Stella ad makes me want to rewatch The Big Lebowski and revert to 14-year-old me staying up late to whack off to a new show called Sex and the City, only to find myself pleasantly entertained with another hit HBO show. And then staying up late again because I confused real sex with real sports and ended up learning about FIFA's problems with racism from Bryant Gumbel while I figured out somewhere to put the Jergens container I stole from my parents' bathroom. The late 90s were a dark time to go through puberty. An even darker thing to imagine, real sex with Bill Maher. ADT and the Property Brothers secured the number 6 spot.
Real protection is much more. It's about you having all of this combined from the most trusted name in security, ADT.
This commercial's very smart. Nothing makes me feel safer than the Property Brothers. Although I do think Property Brothers would get way higher ratings if you replace Jonathan and Drew Scott with a different set of brothers. Starting with the Mannings. Peyton Manning drawing up way too complicated floor plans while Eli Manning struggles to hammer a nail into the wall. The Afflecks. Casey Affleck drinking himself into a depression off camera while Ben Affleck spends the whole show interviewing potential nannies to have sex with. Or the Wilson brothers. Maybe Luke and Owen Wilson only saying the word wow, 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 while looking at the exuberant property taxes on beachside locations. Nothing is scarier than being home alone. And had Google not already used Macaulay Culkin for Google Home, the Culkin brothers would have made this the commercial of the year. Number 5, Devour Foods, literally producing a food porn commercial.
My boyfriend is addicted to frozen food porn. Oh, he watches it at least 2 to 3 times a day, maybe more. The other day, I found his hidden stash. This addiction has turned him into a 3-minute man. I tried to spice things up, but it didn't really work. He's doing it as much at work as he is at home. Now we are into amateur food videos. It's so hot. This addiction can happen to anyone.
Even though I forgot this commercial was about food, I was somewhat appreciative because it was a useful reminder to do a better job at hiding my porn. I watched the Super Bowl with my parents, and this was the only commercial that made me wish I wasn't in the same room as them. Michelob ULTRA and ASMR turning on 36% of the population at number 4.
Let's all experience something together. This place, so pure, you can feel it.
This is the best fetish commercial since the T-Mobile ad with Kristen Shaw. This commercial was actually genius because ASMR makes me want to crawl out of my skin, which in turn makes me want to drink a beer to calm my nerves. And because my dumb brain can't think beyond the most recent 30 seconds, I immediately tell myself, go to the store and buy an 84 pack of Michelob ULTRA, which if you drink all 84 beers in one day, you still consume less calories than eating at McDonald's. The commercial starred Zoë Kravitz, which will sadly surpass her dad, Lenny Kravitz, for the most listened to artist in the family. But that's because a bunch of pervs will be J-O-ing to her voice. Is that what Michelob wanted? Coming in at number 3, the Scientology wait, how the hell did this get in here? Scientology ruined King of Queens for me. Long before King of Queens ruined King of Queens for me. Now, when I watch reruns, I can't laugh at Kevin James doing his UPS comedy man stuff. All I can think about is how hard life must have sucked for Leah Remini during that time period while Scientology had its death grip over her life. Is Scientology the reason for that show's downfall, and indirectly the reason for not 1 but 2 Paul Blart Mall Cop movies? I think that's easily the worst thing Scientology has done to anyone. Coming in at number 2 was my old Manscaped commercial. Is if you want the tree to look bigger, you need to keep the bushes trimmed. To do that, having the right tools is a necessity, and that's why I ditched these dangerous shears long ago and ordered my products from manscaped.com with the promo code SPORT20. That's a weird sound to make in a forest. Manscaping should be easy. Okay, not really, but let's be honest. The promo I made for Manscaped in my basement alone was at the very least better than the fucking avocados commercial. And also exactly 10 million times cheaper. Okay, since I can't count my own shit as number 2, the real number 2 commercial was the Bud Light Game of Thrones crossover with a dragon burning dilly dillies to the ground.
Look, it's the Bud Light.
You, hold my beer. You, hold my other beer. Whoops. One more. All right, let's tap this keg. Giddy up, Peanut.
Did I die? Am I in heaven? Is this the season finale of Lost? I mean, they reference one of the most brutal scenes in all of Game of Thrones. What if the king from the Bud Light commercials ends up sitting on the Iron Throne? That'd be more chill than even Jon Snow. Also, did I just discover the new business model for HBO? Integrate ads into the plot line of shows, waive all subscription fees, and of course take Bill Maher off the air and give me his time slot. Are you listening, HBO? Are you listening? I promise not to name my show after a day of the week like Bill Simmons so you can actually reschedule me instead of canceling my show altogether. For such a know-it-all, Bill Simmons sure seems like a dumb fuck. Even though I've reached out to him to promote my show as well. And finally, as I mentioned, there is no order to this list. Number 1 was definitely the CBS Open for the Super Bowl.
Gladiators?
Exactly. It's a metaphor.
Listen, Peyton, we brought you on as a consultant because we wanted your football expertise.
And you're getting it.
I mean, as a Super Bowl champion and one of the greats.
2-time.
Excuse me?
2-time Super Bowl champion. You said, Super Bowl champion. It just doesn't have the same ring to it. And I know Brady's won 5, and I don't get my mail at the Super Bowl like Brady does. I won 2. I'm proud of it. So, sorry, you were saying.
They brought out the big guns for this one, getting John Malkovich And also giving Peyton Manning an opportunity to outshine Tom Brady, which he did. Football fans will be saying the best commercial was the NFL 100 ad they ran at halftime. But after spending the last year covering all of these players every week, while none of them could beat the Patriots, I just felt like they all let me down again. And there you have it, Super Bowl commercials, things people are more excited about than this year's actual game. That was a list. I hope you liked it. You down with ADT? Yeah, you know me, protecting your home and family. Please subscribe to this YouTube channel, That's Good Sports. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, at Brandon Perna. You can follow me there. Give my friend at Wilkie6 a follow on Twitter. He helps me write these episodes. I wouldn't have been able to make the hundreds and hundreds of football episodes this season without Will. Okay, bye.